Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? I'm here. I'm here. Let's turn the lovely tree off. Oh, it's not far behind. There's a goat that's done a runner again. I don't know where he's gone to. Oh, there he is. Here he is. Yeah, I know. How are we all doing then? How are we all doing? Video Monkey's in. Hello, Graham. Chris is in. Hi, Chris. Daniel. Listening at work. Happy birthday to you, Daniel. Joe Matambly, how are you? Hen. Drink Earthquake beer yet? Still am sent in the over, Hen. Hi, Dorf. Aaron's there. Oh, that's all right, Aaron. I thought you had popped in. Hi, Timothy. Rob's radio channel. Hi, Rob. Yeah, fingers crossed you're okay today, Aaron. It's all that GTA that you've been doing, isn't it? Nick's in. Patronus, hi Nick. Danish native Paul, hi Paul. Bob Anderson's in. Dynatron today was going to be Bob, wasn't it? Until the Sony decided not to work when I put it back together. Rusty afternoon, Russ. What time is it? It's cruncher time. Afternoon, Mike. Afternoon, Benji. David Malik. Still going down through. Sandra's in. Hi, Sandra. Borley. Final cut, second day. Yeah, final cut, day 2. Where did the music come from? What you mean for the theme tune thingy? That was in one of the software programs with the video editing software. Last of the, yeah, better be the last of the trilogy. It's going in the bin house. Ivan, how are you? Yeah, we're going to get this thing done and dusted today, Ivan. Don't you worry. Greetings, Chris. Yeah, well, yes and no, really. It's about the same as yesterday, to be honest, Joe. I've actually been out and about today. We went out and done a little bit of shopping and had some lunch today. So we were due to have a day out today, but I'm not up for that at the moment. Cyberflyer, how you doing? And Retro Texan. Hi, Christoph. Derek's in and out. No worries, Derek. No worries, mate. Let me see, who else have we got? Tably, Yoda in MN. 10:05 AM here. Well, good morning to you, Yoda. Video member. A member for 11 months, Video Monkey. That's a nice little badge, isn't it? Nice badge, Graham. Levy, how you doing, mate? I hope that Pro 80's still going strong. Get some Christmas vinyl on the platter. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that, Paulie. Once we get it done. Minnesota. Good day to you, mate. So we got the damn pesky 2001D, and it's even giving more pains to me today because I was going to pop it back in the case and I've lost one of the push buttons. You remember some of the buttons popped out yesterday and went on the floor? Well, lo and behold, one has gone into outer space. It's going to have to go back together without a button for today, but I did have a quick try of it. I plugged it all in and it is working on all bands, so let's get it back together quick. Right, let's pop over and see our friend Penguin. There he is. He's looking good today. I've even got one of his mate's t-shirts on today, look. I've got the old Penguin t-shirt on today. Well, jumper even. Yeah. He likes that, don't you, Penguin? He likes it. So number 6, Penguin. Let's get him out. Let's have it out. And what have we got in here? Number 6. Oh, baby one. Oh, right, okay. Innis and Gunn Irish whiskey cask oatmeal stout. Whoa, that sounds very nice. Aged for 51 days. Thank you, Penguin, for that. He's feisty today, Penguin. Doesn't like it because I've been out. He's happy that I've got one of his mate's jumpers on, but one of his fellow species. Cheerio, Penguin. Cheerio, Penguin. Bye. He's going to want to come back, isn't he? He's going to want to come back, oh Penguin. There, you see, he won't go. Get off. Get away. Get off. God dear. Can't take him anywhere. He just wants to be in on the action. And it's his beer, really. He looks after it. He's the sacred guardian of the beer, Mr. Penguin. Right. I overhauled it. That was 2 years ago, was it? That's a fair while ago, wasn't it? Still like new. Excellent. That was your 2010, was it? I thought it was a Pro 80 for some reason. Well, this is this we bought a little while ago now, but it did sound really nice. I mean, I like stout anyway, and this is fermented in Irish whiskey casks. It's aged for 51 days apparently. Natural hints of vanilla, coffee, and dark chocolate, allegedly. So where's Innis and Gunn based then? Oh, Edinburgh. Up in Scotland again. There you go, Sandra. Scotland. No, I mustn't try and do the accents. I mustn't try and do the accents. Is that the Cruncher Christmas Panto? Where did buttons go? After me, Mark J, are you? Rampton. Good morning, afternoon, evening to you, mate, wherever you are. So, we're going to have to get this one down my neck. I did have a sneaky beer at lunchtime, actually. Mrs. Cruncher had to do the drive-in, because I wasn't up for the drive-in. So we ended up at Wetherspoons for our lunch. Other pubs are available. I'm trying to find the most essential bit of kit in the workshop, and I can't. It's a bit of a mess here because I've been hunting high and low for this damn button, which is not great, seeing as I've got a bad back. I'm trying to scrabble around on the floor. Still can't find the thing, but I need to pull all the wires out from underneath here. It's dropped in there somewhere. Not a nice place. There you go. It's behind me. Some whiskey residue, you reckon, Mike? It could well do. It'd be great if I could find my opener. Oh, it's down here. Every time I look on the floor, I just look for that little tiny grey button. Nowhere to be seen. I will find it. Just haven't really had time today. I need to just get the hoover in, hoover everything up and then go through the dust bag, I think. It's nice and dark. Cool, it smells like a proper dark stout, that. It's only a little bottle, but we were trying to get a good variety of beers. It's quite difficult, really, finding 24 different decent beers. I mean, you could get 24 beers easily, really, I suppose, but we did try and hand pick them. They weren't just random beers that we've just picked up. Yeah, that smells really nice. Smells of black treacle, molasses. That's what it smells of. Don't know where they get chocolate and vanilla, but that smells like molasses to me. Right. Yeah, it did, Rob, thank you. Grocery stores close at 7 and only liquid fuel available. Yeah, let's hope not, Derek, because it's irreplaceable. Yeah, it's not yet, Daniel. Get in there, but... Michael Hyde, I'm Michael. They closed at 3 where you are, Anthony. Do they? What? Wetherspoons? Open all day down here. I think they open up at something like half past 10 in the morning for breakfast, and then they go through to about 11 o'clock at night. Robert, how you doing, mate? Marmite, Graham. Well, not really. No, it's a sweet black treacle smell. Yeah, it does taste nice. I've got a bit of a metallic taste off of the tankard then. Yeah, so there we are. Cheers, everybody. Irish cask stout. Right. So we're going to get this thing back together. It's going back with one button less, but I will find it. I'm determined to find it. I mean, it crashed down through here, so it could be anywhere by now. So I was going to put it back together today, but I haven't had time. So let's get it done. Let's get it done. I mean, that putty that I put in yesterday is like rock now. I can't even make a mark in that with my finger. That's really, really strong, so that's never coming out, that bit. Pardon me. My burger's repeating on me. Let's get off my little test pieces. I say I did just fire it up earlier just to make sure. They take them things out again just to make 100% sure that it was still working and we haven't had any other issues with it. To be fair, it was just one of the ribbon cables not seated correctly. Right, I'm just going to pull off the bits that we put on for testing purposes. So yeah, to test these out of the case, you need a power supply for the 4.5 volts, and you need another power supply to do the 3 volts, and you feed that in with a couple of wires, which you've got to sort of shoehorn onto the board. But easy enough to get out. That's that one. And the other one. I'll just put a fresh bit of solder on that wire there, which is for the what do you call it? Super cap. I'm trying to think what the hell I was going on about then. The super cap. It's going to reflow that because it doesn't look particularly healthy. It's better. There's a bit of solder everywhere. Get that off. Let's get a cotton bud. Clean that. Right, as I say, we've got one button short, but that's not going to affect the performance of the radio at all. It's nothing important, it's just a timer button. It is pretty simple to get these apart again though. Oh, actually I've got to put that little LED board back in first. Then we need a single screw. Little baby one. The fun bit, trying to get it back in the case. I can really hope this works. Radio Birder, how are you doing, mate? Happy Christmas to you as well. Good to see you in. Secret Engineer. Opens at 8 AM, closes at 1. Very nice, Rich. How you doing, mate? It closed down. That's a shame. I bet it's like Wolf of Wall Street in Daniel's place, isn't it? I bet it's like Wolf of Wall Street in there, Daniel, isn't it? Right, let's have a look here. We got 2 screws for the PCB. Okay, more screws. Hole in there. Turn off for a minute, save his battery. Ooh, not to go over, so I go. I know, I said sorry. Why are the spoons all closing down? I thought they were going strong. Yeah, I thought the spoons were one of the sort of long stay. They brought up lots of old properties, didn't they? Snooker clubs and conservative clubs and liberal clubs and all the rest of it. Convert them into half-decent bars. Let's pop that super cap in there. Get our wire out. Let's go on there. Lots of rewiring to do. Again, let's fingers crossed this limit works this time. You could hear some swearing out. There we go, that's that back in. The dreaded where are we? Antenna wires, ferrite rod aerial. It's a little bit bouncy for some reason. Red. What's that? Green. Can't really see that very well. Let's get the old goggles on. Yeah, we were going to go in the Brewers Fair over there, but we got in there at 1 o'clock. They said they were fully booked. They didn't have any tables till 2. Well, that ain't no good. So unfortunately, they lost out on that. Alright, that's the ferret wires done. Just these two down here now. That's the 3-volt lead. There's plenty of solder there. I don't need any more solder. Let's just put a bit of flux down there. There's our little 3-volt wires done. AF gain doesn't seem quite right. Is that working? It's all in there, it just doesn't seem properly in there. Oh, I see why. I see why. Because our little switch is jammed. That's better. Yeah, the little AM fast and slow switch was jammed in underneath. Right. Now we're getting there. I tell you what, this thing does not want to go back together, does it? It's like saying, no, I'm not ready, so I'm not going to go back together. There we go, that's better. Get some screws in it quick before it decides to pop out again. Smith's Toys, oh there you are. It is Christmas, Radio Berta. Adele, afternoon, how are you? My radio? Dell very kindly provided the audio upgrade kit that we're going to hopefully listen to in a minute. Links are in the description if you want one yourself. If you've got one of these 2001Ds or 2010, same radio. Serial number on this one is 108678, so it's one of the newer ones. No screws left over, which is always good. Nothing worse than putting a set together like this and having one screw left. Right. Here we go again then. Computer batteries. So just as want to put that reinforcement piece in, because these have been a pain in the backside. There. So hopefully we've now got a display up. No, we haven't. Why is that? Oh, you better work this time. Oh, dear, you better work this time. You're going to be in such trouble, Radio House.
Yo, man. Yo, open up, man.
That's Clint. Hang on a sec. That was Clint. Just saying he just caught up with the video I did on his radio the other week. Right, now this isn't going to work, is it? What is going on with this set? Certainly some gremlins at play here. So the power switch, turn that on. This is randomly bizarre. Let's turn my other power supply on. Let's put this one in. Not drawing any power. I hate this set. I hate it. What's the matter with you, radio? Strange, because the battery should put the display on the clock for us, but it's not. You know, that should go straight. So it looks like we've still not got a computer battery again. Serves me right for putting all the screws back in, doesn't it? Thank you, Ben and Sandra. When you say ads in a live stream, does it not pause the video and then pick up where it left off, or does it go over the top of the live feed? Tell you what, I'm starting to regret putting the penguin jumper on, you know, because it is rather warm. I love torture. I do. You don't want. You've got to have one, Timothy. They are great radios. There he is. Hi, Clint. We nearly had you live on the air, mate. Right, now what is going on with this radio? What is up with you, radio? Why are you being temperamental? As I say, I had this working on the bench, no problem at all earlier. Can't understand why we haven't got the clock display up, unless I've got the batteries the wrong way around. That's a possibility, isn't it? Ah! I didn't have them the wrong way around, but they weren't seated very well. Let's just pop that on and try it again. They're still not seated very well. It's better. This radio certainly is enjoying all the attention it's being given today. It's a seeker. The radio is a seeker. I'm just going to put a couple of screws in it. I've got to put that one in. Would you believe it? The clock's not on again. I wonder if that super cap's causing us any problems. Let's pop that back out again a minute. Let's pop that super cap out, because I disconnected the batteries, reconnected them, and then we had a display. Let's pop that super cap out. Well, not pop it out, but just pop the wire off for a minute. And Les suggested yesterday that the super cap might be in wrong, but what's going on with this radio? And that connection there just lifted up a little bit. I bet it's that. I bet it's that. I bet that's it now. Yeah, that's it. Damn connector had moved up a bit. So in on this side of the battery here, let's get you in a bit closer. You see the spring clip there? Well, the connection, you can see it disappears underneath this board. Well, that had just lifted up from there. And this had popped to the outside here, so it wasn't making connection on the back of the board. There's a conductive pad on the back of this board, just in behind here. You just see the edge of the board there, and that pin goes in underneath and touches the other side of the board. And that just wasn't touching properly. So there's nothing to do with my super cap. And now, hopefully, we've got the clock display back. So now it should, in theory, work. Let's plug it in like that then and see if I can get it to work. Yay! Yeah. That's picking up the light here.
And if they do know it, there's a lot of detail they don't know. So even like we have spoken out before, we started with...
Very nice. Right. Damn thing. So if we reconnect that, that shouldn't make any difference, should it? Let's reconnect my... super cap. Make sure we've still got our display. Yes, we have. Is the light going to go off? Can the light go off? Yeah, bro. Okay. I'll zoom back out a bit. Get the radio back together again. I'll tell you what, that's one of the things on these radios, one of the bad design points is the battery connections. It's like a lot of these radios. You know, you're relying on one battery connection to touch this pad here. There's another one touches over here on this pad. So they're just push connections. And the same with this one, you've just got that single wire connector that goes in underneath the board and touches the board underneath. Pain in the neck, but you know. So it's going to be interesting to see, now I've got that battery disconnected, if it's still holding its display on the front. We'll screw in. I certainly would recommend getting one of these, Timothy. They're not always troublesome like this. It's just me trying to do it live, you know. You take your time with it. It's a lovely radio. Oh, it's one of Clint. I think it is Clint's favourite radio, Clint, isn't it? Oh yeah, super cap's not charged yet. It might still have a bit of charge in it. Yeah, still got some charge in it. Look, no battery connected. That's from when I charged it up just now. So there's no computer batteries in it, but we've still got charge. It's even operating the light off of the battery, off of the super cap, I mean. Which is pretty good feat. Yeah, so your SW55, Clint, is almost there, very nearly there. We may not be able to get it any better than what I've got it so far, but I'm waiting for a little fat from China. Then I've got to build. I'm going to build a little bit of test kit. See, I've still got the light. I don't know if you can see the light. Yeah, you can see the light. That. Just trying to think which light it is that's beaming it out. You can still see the lights on there. Just gone off. And oh, hang on, I'm connected up there, aren't I? Okay, ignore that. But I've still got this display. Without the super cap, that display would have disappeared. It's just being held by the super cap at the moment. So let's put the other computer battery in.
You didn't speak to as a result. You chose not to speak to.
No, I think it's just that we then chose to place the. We chose to foreground the story of, say.
Oh yes, we're working at last. Nearly. I fixed it though, Clint. I have fixed it. It's just unfortunate it's still got issues. It's still got some issues. For nearly fixing it. You can't say I fixed it worse than it was, because it is working now. Just very slightly off frequency. I've still got your amateur radio to do yet, Clint. That was not appeared on the bench as yet. Well, this is the best Sony portable, I believe. Clint's done some exhaustive testing on these. Your E1 was the best ever, really, was it? That's Eton, is it? It's definitely a big improvement, but we want to try and get it as good as is humanely possible. Right, okay. What are we going to do with this? And we need to connect it up to my external aerial. I'm also going to give my mains power supply a rest, and we're going to put it in the bench one so as I can monitor the current on it. Make sure that's okay. Yeah, 120 milliamps. The volume's much better now because the speaker's matched. So we need to get an external aerial in, and we'll have a listen to some different stations, because as I say, we've changed the filters in this. We've also done some audio upgrades. So we've got a narrower wide filter on AM. I know it sounds a bit bizarre, but a narrower wide filter on AM. and we have got a narrower filter on FM, so it's better as a DX machine on FM for sure, and they do say much tighter, the stations. And once we get another one up on the bench here side by side, we'll be able to compare them. I'm hoping they'll sound different. From what I heard, as I say, I'd already done quite a lot of work on this particular set, but I have tested it against another set on FM. In fact, it performs better on FM now than the SW77 does. The advantage the SW77 has got is you've got separate bass and treble controls on that one, so you know it's not a fair comparison, I don't suppose, but as far as the reception is concerned, this one is definitely better with those new filters in it. Right, let's pop that in the AM external aerial. So I've just got my ATU hooked up to it now. Actually, let's push it back there so you can see everything in shot. This is just going to a long wire and a ground. What is the mod benefit? Which mod, Ivan? There's quite a few of them. You've got one, Rob. I've sorted one out for you. You've even got an ATU, I believe, haven't you? No, this is my own, Joe. This is a Sony ICF-2001D. The 2010 was the American version, but it's like the same radio pretty much. I think slightly different frequencies for FM, was it? Right, so hit me with some frequencies then for... Well... We're going to get a copyright hit for that, aren't we? Why are the Chinese playing Moonlight Shadow? Let's get off of that a minute. So anyway, we said it was Ivan was asking what the advantages of the upgrades. So we've done quite a few different upgrades with it, but the main one, I suppose, is the filter upgrade. So on AM we've put a narrower filter in. I can't remember the specs of the filter off the top of my head. I'm sure someone will know what the original was and what we've put in. I did bring it up on screen yesterday, the ones that we fitted in, which are these no, that's the old one. They are these 455 HTW filters, and in the Sony radio group there is a big list there of what the different filters are, but basically the AM filter on these is too wide. It's okay if you've got wideband AM, like I think there's still some stations in the States have got it, but for DX, and you don't want it that wide. You could put it to narrow, but narrow is not very good for like music and good speech. You know, if it's broadcast in wide and you're trying to listen to it on narrow, it's not good. You've got to listen to it on wide, but the wide filters in this were slightly too wide for the European market, I suppose, so to speak. And FM, again, I think the original filters in these were 180 kilohertz. Again, which is too wide, and the ones I've put in are 150 kilohertz. So it just tightens it up and it gives you a little bit of a narrower bandwidth, really. So when you're tuning into stuff, you're not getting bleed over from stuff either side of it as much. So if you think like Radio 4 can be really big on the band, especially when I've done that mod to bring up the RF for long wave and medium wave, it's very noticeable. So I'm on 12 megs now. What band is that? Is that I can't remember what bloody 12 megs is now. 25-meter band? Yeah, I'm in the just outside the 25-meter band. So we got all sorts of stuff in here. Let's put it on fast tune.
Son las 6, las 5 en Canarias.
Radio Nacional de España. Servicios informativos.
So what we'll do is we'll just go through this one. I mean, it's difficult. I've got a lot of glare on here for some reason. Let's get you in.
Sí, lo acaba de confirmar la Guardia Civil, que facilita pocos detalles más, y se sabe que la mujer tenía 59 años y que vivía en la parroquia de Nogueira de Ramuín, en la provincia de Ourense. La pesquisa está abierta y de momento no se confirma si se trata de un caso de violencia de género. De ser así,
Oh yeah, I can see that, just about.
Número 56, pero la Guardia Civil, a esta hora, con la investigación prácticamente comenzando, insiste en que todo...
Can hear my power line adapter going. Let's push sync on that.
El presidente ruso ha llegado allí en la segunda escala de su viaje express a la región del Golfo, después de haber pasado por Emiratos Árabes Unidos, mientras sigue vigente la orden de detención contra él que dictó la Corte Penal Internacional por crímenes de guerra en Ucrania, la Oricon.
Putin se va a reunir con el príncipe heredero Mohammed bin Salman y se espera que ambos aborden el conflicto en Oriente Medio, la cooperación en López y la guerra con Rusia. Serbia de Putin al extranjero desde que... Bombardé, Rafah, à la frontière égyptienne, est désormais le seul endroit où reste distribué de l'aide humanitaire. Et si l'épicentre de la guerre est désormais au sud, les bombardements se sont intensifiés aussi au nord. À Gazavi, le quartier de Zayt.
Tell you what, the reception on it's phenomenal. If I put it this way a bit, you'll be able to see the LEDs on here. I mean, they're fully lit.
Les grandes victimes collatérales de cette
Fully lit.
le père Romanelli, curé de Gaza.
Okay, Clint, what are you saying? RNZI? Is that Radio New Zealand International? That would be pretty good, wouldn't it? Okay, so Pepperidge, welcome Pepperidge. You have... Let's have a look. You have suggested 4625. It's dead easy to program. It's 4625 and hit execute, and we're there. So let's get this. Not getting anything on that, apart from some noise. Nothing on 4625, Pepperidge. Radio New Zealand 9700. No, I don't think so, Clint. Let's just tune it. No, and sadly we can't get Radio New Zealand. I didn't think we would, really. Too much Christmas like QRM. Any other frequencies then? Oh, USB is the buzzer. Oh, we might have got that then. I did hear something there, Pepperidge. Let's try that again then. 4625. No. Nothing there. Oh, I've got it on local. It would help if I had it on DX, wouldn't it? Let's tune this back to 4 then. There is something there. Let's try that 9700 again. No, can't quite hear that, Clint. I can hear there's something there, but I can't make out speech as such. Maggie Riley, who's Maggie Riley? Borley. One 12015. 12015. We've got 12030. Nothing on 15 though, Clint. Anyone else got any more? 243 kilohertz. How low can we go? What is that? 12,4 What is that on long wave?
7,4 minutter nord. 12,14,9 minutter øst.
Spanish World Service. I've got that then, no problem. Oh, Maggie Riley. Okay.
55 grader. 7,1 minut nord. 12 grader. 13,8.
What's 243? Denmark. Oh, Iceland. Right, okay.
Den bagbord sideafmærkning på position.
Shannon Volwet 5505. That works. Not got the 8975. It's just 8975 13264. 132. Just about hear it there. What else have we got then? 7265. we need to beat on. Sounds like Radio China to me. Let's put the sync on that. Doing good. One 1593. 1593. What is that? What's 1593? Britann 5? Not really, Dave. We've got 5505. Algeria 252. I mean, that's coming up on an S8 there on the meter. You can see that. I'll turn that on. One 171. Well, I've got a lot of interference down there, Clint. I can hear it. Very scratchy, but it is there. Sync is putting that in well. Scratchy, but it's there. Radio Birder 9980. No, nothing here, Radio Birder. From Dexy's wholly unaware. Well, you never know. I've got a bit of Dexy's knocking about. Brett said it won't be Radio China because we've upset them. See Sky News. Don't think they will talk to us for a while, so no point sending for a QSL card from Radio China, people. They're not happy, apparently. I think we got too much light on this radio. Let's pop some lights off a minute. That's a bit better. I've gone dark now, look. Christ, looks like I've got a good suntan. And if I shadow the display and hit the light button now, that's a bit of an improvement on the light, isn't it? Shade that over. Knock some of the light out from it. Let's push that again. How about that for an improvement in the light, that? So that LED is absolutely fantastic. So we're asking now for Radio Wales. I said Radio Wales, 882.
sent a memo to Mr. Johnson saying, look, this is...
Off the scale, that is, Dave.
Politically, he was trying today to show he had considered all the options, so that where he was accused of veering or being indecisive, he said he was trying to test the argument put before him. The question remains, though, did he end up with no wiggle room, as he put it, when that lockdown was eventually called, because he hadn't questioned, he hadn't pushed back on advice, and he hadn't taken decisions sooner. And politically, you've got an SNP government in Scotland, a Labour government in Wales, and despite saying that that collaboration was excellent, you can paint a picture of scientific evidence.
So it's going to be interesting on some of these in a minute when we look at the other radios, because if you look at that, that's full-scale deflection on DX. If I put it to local, it's still full-scale deflection. No, I've knocked it a little bit there, but... So that little mod that I did where I lifted the inductor out, it really helps the lower frequencies. You should turn the RF gain down. So you've got an RF gain control on the side there. Back up to DX.
Anna Louise, welcome to the programme.
Thank you. I'm just outside the inquiry hearing venue.
153. No, I've not got that, Clint. I'm getting some switch mode noise, I think, over that. Nothing on 153. .540 medium wave. That's off the chart. So again, virtually full-scale deflection. That. So bear in mind we've got new FETs in the front end of this as well. So let's try a bit of amateur action then in a minute while we're here. Let's try 14250 upper side band, see if anybody's about up here. Let's go to fast. Actually, let's go through on that. No big stations on 20 meters. Let's try 40 meters. Damn FT8. Not going to talk anymore, are they? Okay, what was someone saying? Let's try a few more. 540 medium wave, did we try that one? Definitely got that. 810.
Because they have seen those to be genuine and sincere. Not one that's attached with a caveat.
There you go, Ben. I can get Radio Scotland.
You know, well, you didn't get everything right, and that's the core fundamental issue here. That's at the heart of everything that's going on in terms of what do the families want. They first of all want to.
It's actually full scale. Look.
Accountability, and they want to ensure at the end
full scale. If I it's a local, still full scale.
The individuals who are dysfunctional, who are at the heart of government, who spend their time squabbling with each other and fighting petty battles, while thousands outside were dying.
There's another station underneath that one. You can just about hear it. Hi Gavin, how are you? 648.
Now,
So you can hear Radio Caroline there. But there is another station on the same frequency. You've got to love it, haven't you? When you've got something so sensitive, it picks up more than one station. Cheers, cheers, Clint. Thanks for dropping in to see us, mate. Although I'm still looking very, very dark. That is Scotland, isn't it, Sandra? 759, Radio 4 or BBC Cumbria. 759. Yeah, I can hear that, Radio Birder. 1521 for Benji. What do we ask in there? How long is my long wire antenna? Let me try and think. It's from the corner of the house to the corner of the garden, so it goes across 45 degrees, and it is probably 15 meters. I would say somewhere between 12 and 15 meters FM. So I can just about hear something on 1521, Benji. What is that then? Not sure what it is, Benji, but I can hear something. You're welcome, FM. So one of the benefits I've got here that you people may or may not have is the fact that my long wire runs out to the back of the house, and there's no housing out that way at all. All it is fields right across to Dartmoor from the back of us. So I've got not a lot of like QRM from electrical stuff apart from indoors. You know, if I put this on the indoor aerial, you know, on the ferrite aerial now, you probably wouldn't hear it. It's just so much noise in here. It's called Smash. It's performing very well. It is a good radio, Timothy. Community radio just a couple of miles from you. Well, I can hear something there, Benji. You could hear that, couldn't you? So it was 1521, Benji, didn't you? Yeah, there is something there. I'm just getting swamped out. Timothy's changed his mind, though. We've brought him round. It is a cracking radio, Timothy. So things we need to check. We need to sort of get some benchmarks in a minute. Then we use the S meter partly, but we need to use our ears as well because we have changed the bandwidth of the radio only slightly, not massively. So let me get me pad. So give me some stations and we'll look at the signal strengths and what we're receiving and what we're not receiving. See if we can get a blank bit of paper. So what can we do? 9490 for Rich, a minute. 9490. I'm not sure what that is, Rich. Just try it. I'll put that. 490. Certainly got that there. 10. Nothing on 10 that I can hear. There's a little bit of RF coming through, but I can't pick it up. Hey Aston, how are you? Right, so what are some of the stations that were marginal but we could still hear? 810 was Radio BBC Scotland, wasn't it?
I always think there's a number of people in the US, there's been a few of them, obviously on the phone over the last couple of months. But Eagles have got 4 key things. Number one, they've got quality reps in there. You then got a world-class coach. Action will always beat reaction. That's the difference with football. You know, it goes on the snap.
So there's another station on that frequency. Oh, if anyone's got the radio and television, not radio and television, yeah, RT.
And then it got called the toothbrush, and then the brotherly shove,
So 810, Radio Scotland, S9, beating with another station.
The head coach of the Eagles said, listen, anybody can do this move, it's not illegal. It's just the Eagles do better than anybody else, and at the moment they do.
It's not the same for everybody. It just isn't. If they were 1 yard better at it, they did.
So 648, we got a Radio Caroline. 48. So 648. It's a bit an S8 to 9. Fading though. Oh, actually, with it that way, I can get it. S9 to 10. $153, Clint said, 153. Couldn't get 153, could we? 171. No 171 there now.
Au sein du Conseil des droits de l'homme, comment jugez-vous les actes qui sont commis à l'encontre de la population palestinienne?
So, 252 is S9. Perfectly readable.
Le génocide doit cesser immédiatement. Je vous cite un exemple du ministre de Défense israélien qui dit le 27 octobre aux Nations Unies, nous luttons contre des
243.
nous luttons en conséquence. Désigner toute une population comme des animaux, les déshumaniser.
I'm sure we had 243 just now. Well, they've stopped broadcasting now, I don't know. Alright, let's have a look. What are we doing? 10100. 10100. Nothing on that pepperage. Afternoon, Joe. How are you doing? How you doing, mate? Yeah, I can't get it at the moment for some reason. 243. I can hear something there, but we did hear that just now, didn't we? But it's gone again. That's the joys of shortwave listening, isn't it? 5505.
Dusseldorf, Metroport. Dusseldorf at 1720.
Now that's a really good, strong signal.
5 knots. Cargo K, temperature 4, dew point 2, QNH 1017, below 6.
We can still hear it, look. I've just unplugged the external aerial and I'm on the whip antenna now. Oh. It's just on the aerial now, look, indoors. That's amazing, isn't it? That's working on the whip antenna. Yeah, we got 252 with Christoph. I was off air at 17:15. There you go. 6604. Ganderboom, Matt. Now we need the external area in. Okay, let's get a non-modified radio in now that you've had a chance to listen to that one. I'm sure there's some ways of measuring the sensitivity and all the rest of it. Well, there is. I could do it on the signal generator really, but we're not going to mess about with that. Let's pick up one of these other radios then. Let's have a look at this one. Another 2010. What have I written on this one? Is this one working or not? Yeah, according to my little ticket, this one works. So let's do the same. This is unmodified. The only thing I would have done to this would have put the anti-static, static discharge diode in there. So let's hook it up. All of these have got what am I trying to say? They've all got the diodes in them for anti-static, and they've all got the lithium batteries in the computer side. So let's power this one on. Okay, so we've got, that doesn't seem right. We've only got one segment, and bear in mind that 198 was lit completely up on the other one.
And the things that I can control are looking out for myself and those around me that I can help.
It's perfectly readable, but
you know, being as kind as I can be.
It's almost like we haven't got an, I think we've got a dodgy.
So I guess it's things like this that keep me going.
We've got a dodgy aerial socket on that one, I think. Let's give it a squirt of servoso a minute. There we are.
We'll do it through the producers.
Akram and Mohammed there. We
okay. So you notice we've only got an S6 on this radio, where the other one was S9.
Joining us live now is Jan Egeland from the Norwegian Refugee Council, long involved, of course, in
so this one is nowhere near as sensitive as the other one. If we go to 648.
And Jan, thanks for joining us. And
And we've got no signal on that at all, whether it's this again. Yeah, we've got a dry joint, I think, on that aerial socket. Okay, so this one's not a fair test. Let's see we'll get one of the other ones up. That one needs work on the antenna socket. Need to take that out of the case and just make sure we've not got a dry joint on that board. Let's try this one again. I don't know if this one works. Radio number 3. Neladri, welcome. Yes, I can repair that one, Neladri. Just needs a whole load of new caps, as long as no one's been in it and had a go at it. Right, let's pop this aerial in this one. See what this one's like. I don't look like we've got batteries in this one. Doesn't look like we've got any double A's in there. No, we haven't. So we need a couple double A's for this one. Pop a couple more lithiums in it. Yeah, Niladri. You need to contact me if I can find my... That's my email there, Niladri. I've got them all, yeah. I've actually got 4 of them. If I see one for a reasonable price, then I'll pick it up. I've paid up to, I think the dearest one I bought was about £170, £180, I think. Right, let's try this again. I've got a bit of dust in the display of this one. So none of these have been restored apart from the one that I've started to begin with. I mean, the lights on these are shockingly bad. Let's get rid of that banner. The light is... I mean, the light is on that. If I cover it over, so get the light off of it, where are we? You know, the light is on there, the back light. You can't see it, can you? Right, 198.
Dream of getting back to their homes in Israel.
DX.
Jan Egeland, it's good to talk to you. Thank you so much for joining us on PM. Now, you mentioned this earlier, but in the last hour, the government published the draft Rwanda safety bill. Now, this is effectively...
So we've got about an S2 or 3 on this one.
To stop those laws getting in the way of the plans to send asylum seekers to
So you can
Rwanda.
see the difference. I mean, if I stick the one that I've modified in now,
just looking at
so
social media,
remember
there are
that.
legal brains who say it is an...
It's my phone falling down. Now this is the one that I've modified. Switch that on. 198. Off the scale, look.
Rwanda as a safe country, and that they cannot question.
That is off the scale. So
on the basis that it might be unsafe.
what can I say? That
putting into law what that treaty said, but that is...
That's a live, just swapping one over on exactly the same channel. Now, these haven't had anything done to them. The caps haven't been done. The FETs haven't been done. But it gives you an idea, doesn't it? So here we go back in with the one that I've just tried. Where's my aerial?
So again, that's quite a controversial thing to do.
Oh, we got problems with the aerial socket in this one as well.
Remember, the government's been pushed about the European Convention and the European Court. It doesn't go as far as saying the UK should walk away from all of that, but what it does say is it reaffirms a power that the power which is that if someone who's going to be removed took a case to the European Court, the court said to the UK, hold on, you've got to look at the case carefully, that the courts shouldn't to that interim measure, it's called, from the European Court, but a way to decide, so in effect taking the power away from the courts to ministers, and again that's pretty controversial thing too, I guess, so which is why legal sort of people are saying this is, you know, could cause or could be subject to challenge itself. Damien Dramaticus, thanks for that. Yeah,
it's about an S3, but I think there is.
Formerly of the Institute for Government, says, I'm sure parliamentarians will want to.
There is a problem with the
given that it radically rewrites our constitution
aerial socket on that one as well. So get it to work on, pulled out. So it's about an S6, look, compared to off the chart with the other one. So which one would you buy? Would you buy the one that this S6 or the one that's off the chart?
Israel intensifies its ground operation. Its tanks are closing in on 3 areas.
So what other frequencies did we have? 648.
The government has found.
So again, that was S9 on mine. If I flick it off of the thing there. I bet an S2. $252. We've got an S3 on that. We had a S9 5505.
Cloud, ceiling, broken at 1,200 feet.
So we've got about an S8 on Volmat. S8, and we had S10 on the other one, look. So Radio Scotland 810. See if we can get a Scottish. You can hear it's wider because it's hissier. So the narrower filter is tightening it up. But yeah, that was S9 on mine. So I think that almost certainly tells us which is the best radio there so far. And I've got one more to test, and that is the standard version without the airband on it. So this one's missing a back door. So if anyone's got a spare back door for one of these, is it going to focus? It doesn't like it is. I haven't got the light on, but yeah, the back door's missing from this. Let's see how this one performs. As I say, I've not worked on any of these apart from to put the diodes in them. Don't even know if this one works. Whoa, that one's off the chart. That's Radio Caroline. That's pretty good.
During the pandemic, the sort of on-the-go. What have you reflected over the years about what might have been done differently?
Well, this one's on an equal par with mine. You can't receive volume though. So maybe I've done the bottom end modification on this one then. Oh no, is it 5505, isn't it? Slightly off frequency, this one.
Cloud scattered at 2,100 feet. Temperature 3, dew point 2, QNH 1018, low 6.
That is very good, that one.
Amsterdam Schiphol, Metroport, Amsterdam Schiphol at 17.
It is slightly off frequency though.
Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds, few at 2,200 feet. Few towering cumulus at 2,700 feet. Temperature 2, dew point 0, QNH 1017, low 6. Frankfurt.
Monica Gillespie, MasterChef judge and chef, says the programme's focus on the negatives, too much throwing pans across the kitchen. Can you tell I'm not a fan of these shows, she said. TV critics, on the other hand, have given both of them big thumbs up. Well, earlier I spoke to James Cummings, screenwriter of Boiling Point.
What's that one in? That was in high tone.
Of the Oaxaca chain, who shared her thoughts on the accuracy of such programmes.
There are definitely some kitchens that are more pressurised than others, but I think the culture of the macho-driven,
Yeah, I didn't.
physically abusive, very high-stress kitchen.
I didn't have it on the right frequency. I had it on 5055, not 5505.
So, James, tell me about what you based Boiling Point on.
We used the experiences of Philip Marantini, our director, who had been a head chef for many years, and it was kind of a collection of the ideas and kind of experiences that he'd seen.
But Thomasina, it's interesting, because I think some in the industries that you...
I may have done the fets in this one, I'm not sure, but that's really good reception compared to the others.
Whereas to me, watching Boiling
Let's plug this one in.
It's like, these are a tribute to just how difficult it is.
Well, that's where Radio 4 Longwave leaves PM. That's because we're moving from High Street Restaurant to Ships Galley at the shipping forecast. This is by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 1725 on Wednesday, the 6th of December.
So I'm going to pop the aerial out now. Nothing. Look at this one. Sounds like that aerial's not switching back over to the ferrite, or the ferrite's not connected. Yeah, that's better.
Occasionally gale 8 later, perhaps severe gale 9 later. Showers, rain later, good, occasionally poor later. Also German 5, variable 2 to 4 at first in German 5, otherwise east. 3 to 5, veering southeast 4 to 6 later.
Right.
Showers, good, occasionally moderate. Humber tends over white, variable to
This is the one I haven't modified.
4 to 6, occasionally 7 later, perhaps gale 8 later in Humber. Fair and occasional rain, good, occasionally moderate. Portland, Plymouth, this way. South 6 to gale 8, veering southwest.
I don't know what that noise is. Something's wiping that right out.
Past this, Irish Sea. South or southeast, veering southwest, later 6 to gale 8. Perhaps severe gale 9, later in Irish Sea. Occasional rain, good, occasionally poor. Shannon, southwesterly 6 to gale 8, backing southerly or southwesterly 7 to severe gale 9. Occasionally storm 10, later in west. Rain and thundery showers, good, occasionally poor. Rockall, Malin, Hebrides, Bailey. East or southeast becoming cyclonic, later in Rockall, 6 to gale 8.
So listen to the audio.
Severe gale 9 at times. Rain or showers, good, occasionally poor. Fair Isle, Faroes. Southeast 4 or 5, increasing 6.
They're both set same tone-wise.
Perhaps severe gale 9.
So this is
later.
the old one.
Rain later, good, occasionally moderate. And finally, southeast Iceland.
Now, which one do you think sounds better?
Occasionally severe gale
That's the one I've modified.
Far west. Showers. Good. And that's the shipping forecast. Now let's turn inland for the weather forecast. Tonight, thickening cloud and outbreaks of rain, locally heavy in western areas of the UK, all spread northwards and eastwards, with eastern England seeing some mist and fog developing early on. The hills of northern England and parts of Scotland will see some snow overnight. It'll become increasingly windy. Tomorrow, much of the UK will be dull, milder, rather blustery, with frequent bursts of rain in the morning, followed by
sounds
further
a lot
cloud
better.
and heavier rain from the west through the afternoon. And looking ahead, Friday, we'll see showery outbreaks of rain moving steadily eastwards, with longer spells of rain and heavy downpours likely in the southwest. It'll remain
Try Volmat then. No, it's not receiving it now. Yeah, it's not receiving it now on the indoor aerial. No. So let's first of all try this one. Not sounding good at all, that one. And this one. No, they're about the same on that because it sounds like the signal's fallen off. Gonna try it against the SW55. Let me think. SW55. Just trying to think if I've got one that's operational, because I know Clint's might be back together. Just bear with me, I'll go and have a look. Because we aim to please. It's a better performer than the SW55, I can tell you that without even getting one to try. See if I can find one. Let's see if Clint's is actually back together. Yes, it is. I can't remember what sort of stage it's at though. It's not screwed back together, that's for sure. No, Clint's isn't really back together. I've got my own SW55, but that's not been recapped. I think it does work. Let's have a look. Is that it there? Or is that the SW1? No, that's my own SW55 there, so let's bring that one in and try then. I have got to sort of start wrapping up shortly, so let's do a quick comparison. Certainly, you know, there's not really any good competition there. The audio is clearly better on the one I've modified. It is quite considerably better. I haven't tried it on FM actually. We'll just give it a try on FM, just see what the narrower filter on FM is like. Because when I've tested it before, I found that the narrower FM filter did make... You could hear stations in between that you couldn't normally hear, so to speak. Let's put the aerials the right height. Let's go to FM on both sets. Let's go, what's a bad signal?
Figures, including news and weather.
The virus wasn't implemented as an issue of...
Anytime ask for smart speakers to continue the document.
Now that's a bit scratchy on this one, so let's try.
Well, good evening, how are we doing?
94,850.
Kick things off with Tones and I, and this is Dance Monkey.
I've got to be careful because all of this is copyrighted, isn't it? Modified? Unmodified? So I can still hear on 100.2 on this one. So if I go to this one, 100. So it's totally gone on 100.2 on this one, so it is narrower. That is narrower for sure. Because if I turn that one down, You can still hear it there, look. This one, I can still hear it. I can hear it on 150. That's 150. If I put this one on 150. That doesn't make any difference. This was really scratchy, but yeah. So you can tell that this one is narrower. So in theory, that makes it a better DX machine than this one. Right, what was I going to try? Someone wanted me to try the SW55. So let's pop that one in there. Let's get that one off the bench. SW55 is a 6-volt supply, not a 4.5, so I need to plug a different supply in. Mine is in this kit box. SW55, Sony. Really, if you're going to buy an SW55, this is the way to buy it, because it's got all the toys in it. It's also got the little antenna adapter, but I've got that connected to a bit of wire at the moment. Oh, says knocking us over. This is yet to be recapped, so be interesting to see. I've got the power supply, but it's one of these funky ones with the wrong connector on, so I've got a spare power supply for 55. Right, let's find my 6-volt power supply. I had it here the other day because I was working on Clint's with it, wasn't I? 4.5. There it is. See, I need to cut the European plug off that and put the other one on.
The government has published new legislation that aims to prevent further legal challenges to its plan to send some asylum seekers to Rwanda. The draft bill gives ministers power to disregard sections of the Human Rights Act. The heavy goes far as dismissing the European Convention. The demand of the former Home Secretary Suella Braverman, who told the Commons that the Conservatives face electoral oblivion if they introduce emergency Rwanda legislation, which is destined to fail. Our political correspondent Harry Farley reports.
This is the second time this year the government has introduced a bill with a front-page warning that it may not be compatible with human rights. The long-awaited legislation instructs the courts to treat Rwanda generally as a safe country, after the Supreme Court said the government's plans were unlawful.
Right, that's mine.
Could then be deported back to the country they had fled from. But the bill does allow legal appeals on the basis Rwanda might not be safe for certain individuals. The Home Office described this as a hardcore bill. It does give the government the powers to disregard sections of the Human Rights Act, but it does not Convention on Human Rights. That was a key demand of Conservative MPs on the right of the party.
Sounds
like
nice.
Home Secretary Suella Braverman, who issued this warning in the Commons.
The Conservative Party.
fallen off a cliff, Volmat. Volmat's died of death here. But certainly better on the 2001. What else did you want to check on the difference there? I can't remember. It was asked me now. It was asked me that. What was that magic spray? The magic spray is Servasol Super 10 switch cleaner, Rampton. It is USB on 5505. Rich, yeah, you are right, sorry. I've not done an S-meter calibration on them, Bob, to be fair. That's a good point. Someone's selling 3D printed ones. You've got a spare battery card, but I've got a 3D. You've got a couple of 3D printed ones. Yoddy. Just catching up on the chat. I can't remember who asked me to check it. Was it Dave? Somebody asked me to compare it with the SW55. Yeah, the SW55 is pretty good. There's good audio on these. I mean, they're small set, but the audio sort of comes out of this slot here rather than a speaker. And the audio does sound really good on those. I'm not sure what bandwidth the filters are on these either. So I think the SW55 is a later set than the 2001D, isn't it? But this one is surprisingly, bearing in mind I've not done anything to the filters on it. I've not done anything. I've not done the caps, which is a bit of a no-no really. It's very garbly. So there you are. That's the SW55, and this one has to be recapped at some stage. So, but I can safely say that has improved that no end. That really has. It's difficult to try and hear it over the internet, but it does sound very good. Let's pop that back in its little bed. As I say, I've got two of these. One is a sort of spare set, really, but it is doable. I just, it's one of those absolute nightmare restorations because someone's ripped the cable off of it. Right, let's get the advent calendars up. I'm glad that is now done. I can finally put that one to bed. Certainly gave me the runaround, didn't it? It would have been all good if it didn't have horrible ribbon cables in it. Right, let's zoom out and get the Revel car up on the bench. The Rivali. Oh dear, I tell you, my back's going to be suffering tomorrow. Number 6. Down here. That's the little bracket to connect the other chassis on, isn't it? Yes. Okay, let's get that done. Let's connect the chassis to the other suspension, I should say. Quite impressed with the audio on that 2100 or 2001D. That is definitely improved, definitely. This camera's gone really dark. It's because I've turned that light off up there. That's better. That's better. A bit lighter now. You have a factory cover, Yoda. What is shipping from US to UK? For a small part like that, as long as you don't declare any high value, I wouldn't have thought it would be very expensive at all. It'd be a small packet, wouldn't it? So if you want to, if you want to sell that one, Yoda, then drop me an email. That's my email address there, and I'll quite happily pay for the postage to get one, because that set does sound really good. I think I may have done the FETs in that one because it's a very similar performance to this one, and this one's got new FETs in it as well. I know that the one without the airband, which was the best of the three that I've got, that one was bought as non-working, so I have done stuff to that one, but I can't remember what because it was some time ago. Right, we've got our crawler, our rock crawler remote control calendar from Rob's radio channel. I expect Rob's off eating his tea at the moment. I'm not seeing him in here for a little while. Well, no, he's probably just coming home from work, I suspect. But, I think the 4 to 6 slot's quite good because it does give people a chance to get home from work and join in when and if they can. That's going to go that way or that way? Good question, Graham. Which way round does that go then? It's got to go that way. So say, if you look in the description of this video and the other ones, you'll see like a little list that you can log into. I've got like a little Excel spreadsheet just showing the things that I've done to that 2001D. The 2010 is pretty much exactly the same. It's not a lot of difference. So the mods work with both radios. There we are. The old rock crawler's taking shape now. I think, does it go that way up? Or that way up? I can't remember now, but certainly that's a big thing, isn't it? It's a beast of a thing. Is it telephone? Hello? Hello? The telephone? Anyone there? No? you idiot, Graham. You fool. Right. To say, we've got to wait for the other piece to go in the other side to lock that in place. But coming on nicely, so thank you for that, Rob. Let's get the other one in. Oh, thanks very much, Yoda. Much appreciated, mate. I had another one ages and ages ago, and I did print a 3D printed one for it. It wasn't great, but it did work. That's all I'll say. I think with the modern, what do you call it? There's a certain a 3D resin printer. I think you'd get a better 3D print with that. And some good news. My friend Ron has very kindly drawn. Can you remember I did that Grundy cassette player? And there's no way of repairing it because the little plastic pieces in the back of it were broken. He's managed to draw it, and it's a hellish complicated thing. It really is a complex shape. He's done extremely well to draw that. So Ron, if you ever watch, mate, I owe you a few points, definite. So, number 6, can anybody see it? What's that, Daniel? Dwarf. Rob, okay, the story of the Walkman. Story of the Walkman. Rob has instigated a return for that, and the guy's basically going to have to cough up for full refund for Rob and refund of the postage. I don't think he's overly happy, but he was a complete rip-off artist. And, you know, I popped the back cover off of that little Walkman to have a look, and it's been absolutely butchered inside. It's a bloody shame on the bloke. There's no way he should have sold that. That's this one here. So I'm still waiting to hear back as to when it's going back. And Rob should be getting a full refund for that, because that is absolute junk. Such a shame, because it's a lovely Walkman, but it's not the one that he had in the advert. So the pictures were not the same as the one he sent, which is really naughty. So whether he's just picked up some stock library pictures from someone or ripped off someone else's pictures, I don't know, but it's not the same one. And Rob has very kindly bought me another one, which arrived today. So I've got another Walkman which is different to that, and all will be revealed on Walkman Day. And again, the link to the schedule of all the streams is in this video. So we've got Sandra. Is that Sandra got it again? The window behind the back wheel. You're right. She's on it. What's well, a long one? Let's have a look then. Let's have it out. Ooh, what have we got here? Now I am getting excited. Look at the colours on that. Look at that. Look at the colour of that. It's Weira. Let's get that down on the bench, man. What about that for a colour? I've never seen a Weira screwdriver that colour. They're normally this colour, look. Special Christmas edition. So that must fit the little adapter. Does it? No, it's a bigger. What does that fit then? I was going to say it fits these, but it can't do. That's way too big. There must be some screwdriver bits then. Interesting. So that doesn't fit these little bits that I had yesterday. It clearly goes, I would say, in there, but I'm really not sure. I'm going to put it in there for now. See where we go with that. So there we are. We're at Advent Calendar done. Well, we got there today, didn't we? Eventually, we got to the bottom of it, got it all working again, even though it still didn't work, did it? I had to mess about with the battery connections. One of the big faults of the 2001D is the battery connections. You can hardwire them. So if you wanted to make it permanent, you can hardwire it. It just makes it much more difficult for servicing in the future, because you've got to desolder wires to take the case off of it. But you can hardwire it, which gets rid of all of those issues. But to be fair, if you've serviced it and cleaned up all the contacts, shouldn't be a problem. We definitely have got a Walkman Day. As I say, if you look at the description of today's video, I believe there's 2 links in it. One is to the where's me Excel gone? One is to the Sony modifications, and the other one is to the Christmas streams. So let's get those both up. someone's put Santa on it. Who put that? Did someone do that? Did someone put that Santa on it? Look at this. That's brilliant. Someone done that? Perhaps I've allowed modifications on it. I didn't think I did. Yeah. So we've got tomorrow. We're going to have a look at the Dynatron Music Centre. Now that's going to take a bit of getting out. And the Walkman is coming up here on the 16th. Look. So that is here. And I can tell you what model number it is. Let's do that. Let's do it. So it's a WM702. WM702 from Rob's radio channel. There we go. So this is the schedule as it is. To say we went over by 1 on the 2001D because it played up yesterday. But that's a big success, I think. So Dynatron Music Centre tomorrow between 3 and 5. Yacht Boy on Friday, and talking about the giveaways. Then we've got the radio kit sent in by Derek, which we're going to do on Saturday. We've got a little bit more time for that. And then on Sunday Live, we're going to do part 2 of the Music Centre. And hopefully, between those 2 streams, I mean, tomorrow I've got darts, so it's only going to be a look at it. Not really do anything, just find out what needs doing. And then on Sunday, hopefully, we can fix it. Get some vinyl on there. Ready for Christmas Eve stream where we can play the hell out of it. Sure, we'll get some hits, but you know, that's how it is, isn't it? Then we've got a couple of emergency CB radios boxed up. International Touring, Studio 104A, ITT, great radio. Robert's Rambler, and I'm going to give one of these away as well. IC735, that's debatable. We might do that. Cancel that. WM702, that's what we've just done. Hacker RP18 Part 3. So if you remember with the Hacker, we've had a couple goes at it. The RP18, we've recapped the amplifier board. I had to cut it short because of my back, but hopefully on that Sunday there, the 17th, we're going to get the FM and AM board sorted. Get rid of those tin whiskers. Then we've got the Commodore 64 coming up. Philips Wone flutter meter, sent in very kindly by Rich's Mr. Secret Engineer. He gave me that a while back and said it needs new caps and calibrations, so I've allowed a couple streams for that. And then we're getting our teeth into our only Volvo of Christmas. Well, there is another Volvo radio because I'm giving one away up here, this GEC. But this is our sort of second Volvo radio, but that's going to take a bit of time. Whether we'll get that finished, I don't know. It may well run into Christmas Eve. But Christmas Eve, I want to do a finale and do all the giveaways and sort of have a look back over anything that we haven't finished. And then Christmas Day, I'm going to pop a pre-recorded video out. I hope. I've not even started that yet, so I'm not sure what it's going to be. But it may be something from here. We'll have to see. So let's go back to me. Cheers, Les. And just get to the other one, which is the the Sony mods. So this is the modifications stuff that I did on the Sony. It basically tells you all the bits I did. A little protection diode, FM filters, audio upgrade kit with the eBay number for Adele. All the other bits and pieces I did for it. Supercat modeler, AA battery reinforcement. So if anybody wants to look at what I've done to this radio, then that's the full list of it there. So that's enough rabbiting on by me. It's time for me to go. This is Cruncher's cooking tea as we speak. I'm half an hour over. I'm half an hour over time again. But, you know, we had to give it a good test. It's quite nice to get the SW55 out. That's going to have to be done at some stage. But I'll let you know when it's ready. Rich Fish. Thanks, mate. Yeah, please join us again. And there we are. Have a good Christmas, everybody. And I will see you again tomorrow at the advertised time. Bye for now.